So today's lesson is going to be looking at pages 24 and 25 in your Urbanising World booklet. We're mainly going to be focusing on the table on the top of page 25 in this video lesson that looks like this. I'll take you through the pages, and it's your task to make notes as I speak. As I'm talking through the lesson, I'd advise you to pause the video so that you can make a good set of notes. The concepts that we're looking at today are going to be site, situation and connectivity. These will be looked at first in their definitions and then taught through the Mumbai case study. Now, if you have a look at page 24, you can see lots of images and maps. I'd like you to look at these carefully and try to make a mental note of where Mumbai is in the world. Through this lesson, I'm going to be referring to Mumbai and its place in the world. And it'll be a lot easier if you can quickly find Mumbai on a map. Have a look at where it is in the world and where it is placed within India. At times you may see Bombay written on maps or in videos, etc. if you're doing extra research or looking at old maps. This is the British name for Mumbai. It's often referred to as a corrupted English version, therefore it's an unwanted legacy of British colonial rule. We will always refer to it as Mumbai. Okay, so the definitions of site and situation are often quite confusing, but I find the easiest way to think about them is that site is the actual location of it on the earth, and the physical characteristics of the landscape, while situation is the location of a place relative to its surroundings. These may seem very similar, but hopefully through the lesson it will make sense to why they're slightly different. So we're going to start filling in your table. We're going to start with the first box, national site. In terms of site, it's interesting to note that Mumbai is built on several islands next to a safe harbour. You can see on this right hand side map, the darker brown is the areas that have been infilled by reclaimed land. It's not crucially important to your GCSE, it's just interesting. So you need to write down that Mumbai is built on several islands next to a safe harbour. This is important as it explains why people first settled here, full stop. If you move along the table to regional site, you need to note down that it actually has a naturally deep harbour, which is important as large container ships have easy access. We'll talk about this later. Okay, now we're going to have to leave out global site and national situation, and we're going to move straight on to regional situation in the table. The naturally deep harbour is located on the west coast of India. This is important as it faces towards important regional markets in the Middle East. And then you're going to do an ellipses of 3 dots. Move along to the global situation box and then write 3 dots again. And global markets found in Europe. So it will read as, this is important as it faces towards important regional markets in the Middle East and global markets found in Europe. Full stop. Mumbai's docks are the biggest in India and handle 25% of its international trade. Mumbai is well connected to Europe by the Suez Canal, S-U-E-Z Canal, which is a 5-day shorter shipping route than if you had to go around the south of Africa. Full stop. Okay, we're just going to have a quick look at these container ships so you can see as we've gone through time they are getting bigger and bigger, and as they're getting bigger sideways and higher they also need a deeper dock. This is an image here of the Suez Canal, which is situated here. As you can see from Mumbai, you cut through the Arabian Sea, up through the Red Sea and through a gap created in Egypt for boats to pass through, called the Suez Canal. Okay, so we need to move on to the last row, starting with national. So every major Indian city is reachable within a 2-hour flight. Many Indian tier cities have their headquarters here, boosting its status in the economy. And hopefully that all makes quite a lot of sense. Okay, we move along to regionally in connectivity. Got some trains. Okay, Mumbai is very well connected to the rest of India through the country's extensive road and rail network. This is important as products and people can easily travel to and from Mumbai from all across India. The railways carry over 2.5 billion people every year. Okay, last box, globally, we're going to write Mumbai's airports handled 32 million passengers in 2014. So it's got a 9-hour flight to the UK, a 4-hour flight to Singapore, 3 hours to Dubai. Really important global hubs in those 3 places from Mumbai as well, and they're really not too far away. In 2012 it was designated as an Alpha World City due to its economic importance. Globalisation has made it an important financial centre, and many headquarters of major companies have moved to Mumbai. Okay, last thing. Here's an image of the finished piece that you can freeze to top up your notes. Everything that I've said in the video is here in handwritten. So if you cannot quite read the handwriting, you should be able to decipher it from what it says in the audio you heard earlier. So all you need to do is pause the video in a moment, check your notes, top them up, and you're done. Okay, thank you. Bye.